All right, YouTube, this is the basic structure of the Utopian Buddha ashram that I'm going to build near Yogaville. First, there's going to be a field with tents and mini houses. So the goal, oh, is this, dang it. All right, whatever, it's sideways. The goal here is to keep it as rustic, woodlandy, and humble as possible. It has to be humble. So the only building, and the mini houses, if you look at like the super mini houses, I mean like everything is like within, within the size of a room, like a 10 by 10 house, like not even 10 yards. I mean, maybe like a 15 foot by 15 foot house. Super mini kitchen, mini bathroom, mini shower, mini bed, mini everything. So multiple mini houses in various locations. Hopefully there's a river next to the field, but I need a clear field. I need a field of grass. So that's the first thing I'm gonna do. There's plenty of places in Yogaville where I could clear out a field. And then this is the only building that's going to be on the Utopian Buddha, the only big building, and it's not even going to be that big. It's going to be like a Tetris block. This is a Tetris block. The middle is the coffee shop and the sofa area. I'm not going to put a marijuana dispensary in it anymore. I've decided against that. The side is going to be a meditation room. The meditation room, a square meditation room with completely glass windows, top to bottom glass windows. There's going to be a hardwood yoga studio floor, and then this is the book and art and bonsai tree store here. Oh shit. But the goal is, institutionally speaking, I want to be able to replicate this business across many locations, in the world. But we're going to start with Yogaville. But the goal for this institution is to be as boundless and humble in terms of its size as possible. We want the houses have always got to be mini houses. The only building is only going to be this building. It's going to be as woodlandy and nature vibey and with rivers and rustic as possible. It's got to be humble and rustic. And the other thing is, as an institution, the Utopian Buddha institution, which is going to have to grow in order to maintain all of these ashrams that are going to be around the world and around America. It needs to be as little as boundless, as little boundaries, in order to get into the institution or to get into the field. So, oh yeah, and this field is the tents, right? The mini houses, maybe we can charge a little bit for people to stay in the mini houses, but the tents that are going to be free to stay in the tent field, in the field of tents. It's going to be free, but because it's free, we're going to have, and in terms of restaurants, right? I don't want any restaurants, like permanent restaurants, to pop up. I want like taco stands maybe, or pizza stands, like temporary restaurants to come in and feed the people and then leave, because I want it to be as humble and rustic as possible. This is the only building is going to be the yoga pot bookshop building, but without the pot. or maybe it can stand for potted plants. And the tents are going to be free, but because the tents are free, you're going to have a lot of people coming in, right? So the rule is only 108 individuals, or maybe 108 tents. No, not 108 tents, because tents can be big and house a lot of people. So only 108 people are going to be allowed to stay in the tent field at a time, and we're going to rotate them out. They're going to stay for a week to 2 weeks to a month, and they're not going to pay, right? The max time that they can stay in the tent field is going to be 1 to 2 weeks, probably 2 weeks. I like 2 weeks is a good number. They're not going to pay for the tent. And the mini houses, maybe we can allow them to stay longer or less long. I don't know. We'll think about that, because they're going to have to pay to stay in the mini houses a little bit. Super humble, mini houses, uber mini houses, super mini houses. The tent, we're going to keep them rotating every 2 weeks, and the people who are going to be in the field of tents are going to be doing their sadhana. In the meditation classes, or the meditation hall is free. We're going to have at least one free yoga class a day. But see, I don't know. So 108 people. So they're always going to be coming to the meditation hall. So it's gonna have to be a fairly large meditation hall, maybe not super large. 108 people? I don't want it to be a large meditation hall though. Maybe we can just rotate them out, only like 30 people are allowed to meditate at a time. And then same with the yoga studio, but I think they're gonna have to pay for some of the yoga classes. We'll work that out, but I want this building to be small. I don't care if I don't want the meditation hall to be big. I want it to be small and homey. So, but we're gonna replicate this model around areas around the country. So I'll see you guys later. Another thing that I want to tell people, right? I've been reading a lot of not a lot of evolutionary psychology. I've been reading a little bit of evolutionary psychology recently. And women have an instinctual ability to sense whether a man is a high status male or a low status male. So the second I got to Yogaville, initially the women weren't very interested in me, but as they began to recognize that I was a high status male, they started getting really interested in me. The white women, of course, but I want to say this because like women have been trying to seduce me, dude, and I don't like being seduced by women that I'm not in love with, dude. If I'm not in love with you, do not seduce me, dude. I'm looking for an Indian girl who's a doctor, who's selfless, dude. I want an Indian girl, a beautiful Indian girl who's a selfless doctor. Just because I'm a high status male, whatever the fuck that means. See, the thing about being a high status male, in the right kind of world, being a high status male means being a humble male and a male that's willing to serve those who are low status. I don't even like this high status, low status thing in the first place, dude. So I want a girl who's willing, who's a doctor, who's Indian, who's super hot and beautiful, and who can make me fall in love with her, man. I don't want all these other girls trying to seduce me, dude.